minutes of your day. And I know that you're probably asking me, is that the first 10 minutes of the day when I wake up or the first 10 minutes of the day when I start my work? So today we'll be focusing on the first 10 minutes of your day when you wake up. And if you want to know more about the first 10 minutes of your day when you start work, then you should definitely join me next week for my free 5-day training, but I'll chat about that a little bit later. So stick with me until the end if you want to know more. So I want to ask you before we get started, well, firstly, give me a hi or a wave in the comments so that I know that you're there, and also that you're watching this, and let me know where you're watching from so I know who's watching. And also, the one thing that I wanted to let you know is today I'm streaming to 6 different places. What? Oh my gosh, that's so scary and so exciting at the same time. So I'll give myself a little pat on the back. That's 6 places live. Whew, sure. I'm going to have to just try and calm myself down a bit. So let's hope that we don't have any technical glitches today. And like I said, just pop me a message in the comments to let me know from you're there. Hey, from Josie. I can't see a name, but LinkedIn, someone's saying, hey, from Josie. Hey, Tracy, I'm glad you're watching. Awesomeness. Awesome. So we've got a few people watching already. Okay, so like I said, we were going to be chatting about the first 10 minutes of the day when you wake up. So I want you to just let me know in the comments, what do you do in the first 10 minutes of your day? And there's no judgment, just write down what it is that you do currently. Like, what does your first 10 minutes look like for you right now? No judging whatsoever. Everybody, comes from the same base. We all have things that we can get better at. So just put it in the comments. We've got someone else from Pringle Bay, Western Cape, someone from sunny South Africa. Lots of sun happening in South Africa at the moment. And we've got a little bit of sun here today in the UK. How fantastic. But a little bit colder, just quite a bit colder. So share with me in the comments, how does your first 10 minutes of your day look like right now? And for a lot of people, you see, one of the biggest problems with productivity is that we are not intentional with our time. So maybe you're not even aware of those first 10 minutes of your day. Maybe you're not even aware of what you're currently doing on a daily basis. Maybe you start the day running, rushing around, getting the kids ready, getting yourself dressed and showered and brushed teeth and all that jazz. Or maybe you've got a really good, routine that you've just got into a habit with already. But for most of us, I think what's really important is to become more intentional with those first 10 minutes, just those first 10 minutes. That's all I'm going to ask of you today. So I'd like you to think about, let's just see what people do. Someone on LinkedIn says, coffee and sit on my veranda and see the sunrise. That's beautiful. Tracy, some quiet time, prayer, and make tea and coffee, then sit down to read. Okay, you guys have got this pretty well waxed, I must say. But I really want, everybody just to think for a second about these first 10 minutes and what you want to get out of these first 10 minutes and to become more intentional with that time. So today, I want you to create, if you don't have one already, but maybe you just think about it as now a 10-minute ritual that you can create for yourself, and you do it every morning. And maybe there are some things that I'm going to share with you now that you can incorporate into those 10 minutes, things that you may not have tried before, and maybe some things that you want to intentionally use going forward. So maybe that will give you some insight. But it looks like you're doing pretty well, most of you. Okay, so here are the number of things, or the things that you can try. And I want you to, if you've got a piece of paper, Kelly on LinkedIn. No, I can't see your name for some reason. I don't know why. Some things, some names I can't see on this streaming platform. So Kelly from LinkedIn is saying, yeah, it's Kelly on LinkedIn. I'm glad to have you all here. So I want you to get a piece of paper and just jot down some of the things that I'm going to chat about that appeal to you. And then at the end of this session, I want you to intentionally think about your 10-minute ritual at the beginning of the day. So what that looks like for you, or what you want that to look like for you. Maybe, as I said, there are a couple of things here that you'd like to include in that 10-minute ritual. So without further ado, let's start. So the first thing is to wake up early. And I'm not saying wake up like super early. You don't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not saying that. Yes, there are people who say that waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning is really good for you, and you can definitely try it. I'm not one of those people. I don't do 5 a.m. I do, for some reason, I think I just wake up with the sun. So wherever I am, I wake up when the sun wakes me up. So when I was in Durban in summer, I used to wake up at 5 o'clock. When I'm in the UK in winter, I wake up at 7 o'clock. But I think, for anybody, you've got to feel what's right for you. But what I mean by wake up early is to make sure that you wake up with enough time to have this 10-minute ritual with yourself. So don't wake up and then you have to hit the ground running because you've got to do X, Y, and Z and make breakfast and get showered all in that small chunk of time before you start work. I mean, wake up early enough so that you have this 10 minutes to yourself and you can be intentional and start your day off on the right note. And wake up with, give yourself a bit more of a time allowance so that you're not rushing around and, trying to get everything frantically done. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that you can also use here, if you struggle with getting up early, so some people struggle with getting up early. If you also struggle with getting up early, then you can also use the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins. She's written a whole book on it, but you don't have to read the whole book. You just need to know that the 5-second rule is really good. If there's something that you need to do, don't wait. Just count yourself down from 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it. It's almost like a lift-off, like a space program. So it's really, really great because sometimes, after 5 seconds, if we haven't done that thing, then we'll just not do it at all. So if you want to wake up early and you're lying in bed and you're contemplating hitting the snooze button, just say to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. And get up and go and do your 10-minute ritual. So that's the one thing to do. Wake up early, but wake up early so that you have enough time to do the things you need to do in the morning and also to have this 10-minute space to prepare yourself for the day. Number 2, keep your phone in a different room the night before. Make sure that your phone is charging in a different room the night before so that it's not near you and it doesn't tempt you first thing in the morning. So the one rule that I have is don't look at your phone first thing in the morning. And the reason for that is there are so many things that can happen on that space, social media comments, emails that come through, news, that's just going to put you in a reactive space, a reactive frame of mind. And that's not how you want to start off your day. So make sure that your phone is in a different room so it's not going to tempt you and that you're not looking at it first thing in the morning because you want to have control of your time. And very often when we get onto our phones, we'll be sitting there and 10 minutes will be up in no time and we will not have known what we've done with that time. You don't want to waste that time on your phone scrolling through social media or emails or whatever. You can deal with that later. So make sure your phone is away from you so it doesn't tempt you. There you go. Number 2. Number 3, stretch. I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, it's just so good to have that morning stretch and you just all the muscles just feel so much better when you give yourself a good stretch and you stretch up into the air and stretch your legs. But did you know that stretching is actually, we feel this inclination to stretch and we should, because what it does is it increases the blood flow to your muscles and to your brain. So we should stretch. When you feel that inclination to stretch, it's probably a good idea to stretch because your body needs that extra blood flow to your brain and to your muscles. So stretching first thing in the morning is really, really good for you. And it's just like a quick little stretch, when you're in bed, do your little stretch out on your bed And then you can hop up and go and do the rest of your 10-minute ritual. Number 4 is to think. Think, yes, think. Think intentionally. And I think some people were saying that they're sitting on their veranda having a coffee, and that's a great time to think. I mean, even if it's just contemplating the sun rising and nature and how beautiful things are, and feeling gratitude for all the things that are around us. I mean, that's just a great way to think. But it's also a great time to think intentionally about your day going forward. And one of the questions that I love to ask in the morning is, who am I going to be today? And it's such a great question because it makes you realize, or forces you to say, okay, well, what do I have on my schedule? And who do I need to be in order to accomplish that task or that project with success and with power and with motivation? So for instance, if I've got a live in the morning, a live broadcast to do in the afternoon or whenever it is, I'll say to myself in the morning, who do I want to be today for my live broadcast? And very often you need to be a little bit courageous, and you need to be confident, and you need to be energetic to do a live. So I'll say to myself, today I am energetic and I'm confident. And then I'll go into the day feeling confident and feeling energetic, and also finding ways to ensure that I protect my confidence and protect my energy. So ask yourself, who do you want to be today? That's just a very simple question to ask, when you're watching the sunshine, or when you're reading, or when you're enjoying your cup of coffee. Who do I want to be today? So number 5 is visualize. Visualization is a great tool that a lot of famous people use and a lot of athletes have used in the past, or still use currently. And visualization about your day. So let's think about what it is that you have on your schedule. And you can actually just quietly and quickly visualize how that day is going to pan out. So what would you ideally like it to be? How would you like it to look? And for a lot of people, when we get into our day, we procrastinate over the things that are really tough and uncomfortable, or we procrastinate over the things that we're not sure about. And that's actually the 2 biggest reasons why people procrastinate. It's either a fear of failure, or fear of what people are going to say about us, which is why then we hold back and we don't show up as we should. Or the other reason why we procrastinate is because we're not sure of what the next steps are. So visualization can really help us with that, because it's almost taking the risk out of it. You don't have to go live on a broadcast. You can just visualize yourself going live on a broadcast, and what you would say and how you would be, and how everything will play out. And even if it's not, even if you get to that point where you're doing the task and it doesn't happen exactly the same way, you would still have prepared your mind for that task. And very often what happens when we visualize something is we get quite creative. The visualization process allows us to do things that we wouldn't normally do in real life, and we get quite creative. And it makes us realize, okay, well, maybe I should try it this way, because, in my vision, it worked, and it's, something happened, and it was just something different. But the thing with visualization is that it also really just brings up that courage, especially when you're doing something that's incredibly brave, because you've already done it in your head. Therefore, you can do it live, or, in your actual schedule of the day. So visualization is a really good one to use within your 10-minute ritual in the morning. Number 6 is cuddle. Aww, don't we all love a cuddle? For us, in the mornings, our 4-year-old runs into our bedroom pretty much at the same time every morning, and he jumps on the bed, and we all have a big family cuddle, and it's the best. It's absolutely the best. And cuddling has been shown to reduce blood pressure, reduce stress, and even reduce pain in people, if you have a good cuddle, because there's some really happy hormones that are happening or flowing through your body. There's a feeling of love. And it also just makes you feel happy. It makes you feel good when you cuddle someone. We all need touch in our lives. And particularly at the moment, when we've been in lockdown or we're not able to touch people as often as we want to or hug people as often as we want to, maybe this is a good time to bring more cuddles into your day. So whether that's cuddling your partner or your kids or your fluffy animals or, whatever the case may be, I'm not talking about your like teddy bears. Well, maybe, you can cuddle your teddy bear if you like. I'm talking about your fluffy friends, our furry cats and dogs and those. So give them all a big cuddle, give them all a big family cuddle in the morning, and you'll be on your way. And it also, cuddling also boosts your immune system. Did you know that? Yeah. So the next thing that I want to mention that you can do in the morning, number 7, is to journal. A lot of people love to journal, and it's becoming a big thing. And the reason why journaling is actually quite a great tool to incorporate into your day or into your morning ritual is it's almost a way to do self-coaching. So coaches are there to ask questions and to, uncover some of the potential that you already have inside of you, or to, break through some of the things that have been holding you back, or break through some limiting beliefs. And when you write stuff down after asking yourself a question, it actually just really helps you to uncover some of the things that you believe, but you may not want to believe. It may not be serving you to believe that thing. So I would definitely recommend that you give journaling a try. And it doesn't have to be difficult. So last year I tried to take up journaling, and I just, had a blank page and I tried to just write, and I felt very awkward when doing it. So recently I've found that journaling prompts are incredibly helpful. And I would particularly recommend that you get positive journaling prompts and use that. And those positive journaling prompts will help to just set your day up and make you think more creatively, make you think about, what's happening in your life, or whatever that question may be, whatever's you can be grateful for. The other simple way to use journaling is just to write down one thing that you're grateful for, or 3 things that you're grateful for. Use it as a gratitude journal. But to keep it really simple, because for me, in order to incorporate journaling into my life, I had to keep it really short and simple. I didn't want to be doing it for 10 hours 20 minutes every day. I just wanted to do it for like 1 minute, even if it was 1 sentence. I would just that's what works for me. So if that's what's going to get you to start, just try that. So then the next thing that you can try is to meditate. And I know a lot of people have spoken about meditation. It's quite a big thing at the moment. And I would definitely recommend that you give meditation a try, particularly if you suffer from very high stress or anxiety. I would definitely recommend that you give meditation a try. But with all of these things, and I'll speak about it a bit later, with all of these things, it's really important to make sure that you do it consistently. If you want to see the benefits, do it consistently. So if you're going to incorporate it into your 10-minute ritual, make sure that you do a 1, 2, 5, 10-minute meditation every single day if you want to see the benefits, and it will set you up for the day. And there are some really great apps that will guide you through that process. And it's especially helpful if you've got lots of racing thoughts and you just want to calm your mind. Now, the next thing, number 9, is, let's see, Chanel Farzana says inspirational video. That's awesome. And Chanel, I always feel so much better when I do guided meditations consistently. There you go. How's that? Did that come up on your screen? How cool is that? So yes, 100%. It's about the consistency. So if that's something that's going to work for you, then make sure that you're doing it consistently. So the next thing, number 9, is to smile. Smile. Sometimes it's just the simplest things that can have the greatest impact in our life. And, just smiling can create more positivity, can create more confidence, can reduce your stress, can reduce your blood pressure. So smiling releases, dopamine and can make you feel happier instantly. So if you want to have that dopamine kick in the morning and just to feel that happiness first thing in the morning, just smile. And even if it's a fake smile, what happens is eventually, and if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, eventually you'll start laughing. You'll start laughing at yourself because you realize that you look really funny and it's something to laugh about. So smile, just smile in the morning. First thing, make sure, in your 10-minute ritual, just put in there, okay, I'm going to give myself a smile or smile to someone, or maybe you can all smile together and I can guarantee that you'll burst out laughing. It's lots of fun. The other thing about smiling that I'm not sure if you know, but there was a study done on people who were given an injection and they were made to smile as they were given the injection. And they reported lower pain measures. So they felt less pain. So smiling reduces pain. So when you go for your vaccination, make sure that you smile. That's just an aside. But if you're struggling with pain, smile more. It might actually help you to reduce pain. Cool. Some dancing music. Dance with your animals and your 4-year-old. Awesome. That's exactly a great way to start your day. I love that example. So you can use these ideas or some of your own dancing. I love those meditations and different kinds of things that you want to use in your morning ritual. It doesn't matter what it is, but I just want you to think more intentionally about those first 10 minutes of your day. And when you build in that little ritual for yourself, what you can do is just make sure that you do it every single day. So it becomes your little morning ritual, your morning 10 minutes that sets you up for the day. Ask yourself some questions that are going to, make you want to know how you're going to be in the day. Ask yourself those intentional questions. Maybe visualize, maybe, make sure that you give a big cuddle or a big smile. What is that 10 minutes going to look like for you? So your task for today is to write down exactly what those 10 minutes will look like for you. You got to do that today. You can't do it tomorrow morning. It's too late. Do it today. Write down what those 10 minutes are going to look like for you. And then do it in the morning. Wake up. When you wake up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And then do your 10-minute ritual. And then just 3 things to remember. Always start small. So don't try and put too much into your ritual. Don't try and, cram yourself with every single thing that I've spoken about now. Just do something small. Add something in that you've always wanted to do, or just keep it as simple as possible. Make it as easy for you as possible to achieve. Number 2, be consistent. Make sure that you're doing it every single day. Don't skip weekends. Weekends are also important. We need to wake up on a weekend and go, who do I want to be today? I'm going to spend it with my kids and with my family. Okay, I want to be calm and I want to be playful and I want to be present. That's who I want to be. So don't skip weekends. Be consistent. And then number 3, enjoy yourself. So make sure that whatever your ritual is for you, that you enjoy it, that it's something that you can enjoy every single morning and that you look forward to every single morning, because then you'll wake up and your day will be set. Now, if you want to know more about how to start your day, your work day, how to start the first 10 minutes of your work day, then, before I move on, I would like you all, so once you've got your 10-minute ritual sorted, I'd like you all to share it in the comments. Just be open and share it in the comments. No judgment whatsoever, however you want to spend your first 10 minutes. But I'd love to hear from you how you want to intentionally spend your first 10 minutes, and I'll share mine in the comments too. But now I move on. If you want to know more about how to plan your day for your work day, what are the first 10 minutes that you need to do in your workday, then you should definitely check out my training, which is happening next week. Yes, Monday. It's 4 sleeps away. Happening next week, Monday, from the 22nd to the 26th of Feb. It's only 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day of watching a video. There will be some homework that you can take, do afterwards, but that homework is really going to be based around how you can implement the strategies that I've taught you into your current schedule and to start allowing you to focus on the important things and also get more done. Get back into, Chanel saying she wants to get back into journaling and guided meditations. She's got out of that habit. Okay, so there you go. You're going to create your 10 minutes ritual for tomorrow morning, and you're going to do it, and you're going to do it every single day. So if you want to know more about productivity and mindset, then you need to join me next week. We're going to go into all of these strategies on a much deeper level. We're going to go into much more strategies, a lot more strategies. How's my English? And we are going to go into not so much information, but really simple strategies that you can implement into your day and to allow you to do more and allow you to focus more on what's really important to you. So if you have any questions on that, just drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to respond. But remember that you've got to spend time to make time. And there have been a few people who've said to me, but I don't have time to do the training. You've got to spend time to make time. And if you want to learn how to get control of your time again, then you're going to have to spend a little bit of time working on it and going through this training. But I promise that you won't be disappointed. And I've got a link in the post. So if you want to register, if you haven't registered already, there's a link in the post to register there. And you'll also be able to download the free 30-page workbook. And don't worry, it's 30 pages, but it's something that will really help you. There are some key templates that you can use in your day-to-day life. These, the workbook and the exercises that we'll go through are going to be incredibly helpful for you. So let's have a look and see what someone's asking. Someone says 7 minutes. Here's what someone's going to be doing tomorrow. 7 minutes of writing and meditation. Great, beautiful. Make sure that it's positive writing. Not make sure. You can decide what it is that you want for yourself. But I would recommend, if you want to set up your day, look for positive journaling prompts. And the reason why I say that is you don't want to start to tackle some negative issues or things that have happened in the past. You don't want to bring all of that up. It's not going to set you up for success in the day. You want to start off on a positive note. So look for positive journaling prompts or, free writing, whatever it is, but try and be positive and confident and all of the things that you want to be. Here's another one, meditation and journaling. Another meditation and journaling. Great. Awesome. I love it. So someone's asking, what time is next week? Next week is going to be 9:30 a.m. That's GMT time. That's UK BST time. That's also 11:30 in the morning South Africa time, if you're based in South Africa. And who else? You've got to spend time to make time. Yep. Okay. So Tracy says, wake up early, stretch, thank God for what I'm grateful for, smile, read my devotional, pray, and sing a worship song. Beautiful. That's a lovely 10-minute ritual. And I like the fact that you're going to put a smile in there and do some stretching. And Chanel, here we go. I'll put it on Chanel has seen the workbook and it's amazing. So if you just want to register for the workbook, don't, because you definitely need to come to the training. But go and register now and you will get the workbook immediately and you'll see what she's talking about. So I can't wait to see you there. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to register by clicking the link in the post. And I will see you next week, Monday, 9:30 GMT. Have an amazing Thursday and weekend. Bye for now.